Hey yo, welcome back to 10-5 Plays. It's your boy 10-5 back with this video. So as I'm sure everybody knows, Zack Snyder's Justice League has finally been released. A lot of people got to see it, a lot of opinions coming out, and something I noticed from most of these opinions that I've read is that it's great compared to what came out in 2017. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. But I think it's time to talk about this movie in the sense of, did it really stand on its own 2 feet, ignoring the 2017 version? If we had what we just had, it came out on the streaming service, we watched it, does it stand on its own 2 feet without the baggage? Now, from the bat, the thing that I really liked about it is it started and it connected to the previous movie. Some shit that happened in Batman v Superman 2. That's one of the things I really liked about that, how it took place during the previous movie, you know, the beginning. But then I got to a point in the movie where I was like, is this really gonna be this movie? Was when my man Aquaman got in the water, vanished because you're swimming so fast. And then that chick picks up his shirt and everyone starts singing and she sniffs his shirt and all this nonsense. And I'm like, yo, what? You know, I criticize this online, and of course, these Snyder dudes are like, you just don't understand the scene. This goes over your head. No, bruh, I understood the scene. It was stupid. It was trash. It should have been cut from the movie. And when that happened, I was kind of like, my faith in the movie got pretty low. However, the show goes on. Kept watching it. All right, you know, you get up to the lower stuff, and you know, they gave her that little music video, which was annoying, but whatever. And, you know, they had Wonder Woman in the scene where she's fighting these dudes who want to send things back to the Dark Ages. That part I didn't really get. The Wonder Woman scene was kind of a mixed bag for me because action-wise and Gal Gadot-wise, I thought it was good, but just their whole plan just kind of seemed stupid. Maybe they were talking about art. They wanted to do something to the art because the art's old. I don't know, bruh. But Wonder Woman came in. The fight sequence was fire. No cap, the fight sequence was fire. The way they had her move, a lot of slow-mo, which a lot of it I felt like wasn't needed. But when she was doing things really fast, not in slow-mo, it looked so good. Like that was dope. But then, Zack Snyder, you had to go and ruin the scene by having her blow this man to smithereens for no reason. Like, I get this the scene was gonna get criticized for those dudes getting their heads popped on the wall or whatever. I'm not criticizing it for that. But there was one middle-aged, probably older than middle-aged man with a gun that he was trying to load, and you had to defeat him by blowing up the side of the building. That was so unnecessary. You could have just rushed over there and crushed his throat. What you have to blow up the building for? Like, why did you have to use your ultra super big bang arm bracelet attack on that one guy? Not to mention that now the building's destroyed, which it wouldn't have been if you didn't do that. So you put all those people in danger for no reason, and no one was like, yo, what'd she do? Very unnecessary. And that's kind of a pattern in this movie, is that a lot of stuff was unnecessary. I thought the Amazons in the movie were amazing, and Steppenwolf himself was dope too. He was putting in work. He was beating the shit out of some Amazons, baby. And even though they were getting the shit kicked out of him, they were still, you know, trying to outmaneuver him and whatnot. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought Steppenwolf looked really good. You know, before the movie came out, I was iffy about the armor, but then I liked the way the armor worked in the movie. The CGI and the amount of detail that went into him was fantastic. Okay. And my man Cyborg, one of the parts of the movie that I actually loved, man. He lost his entire body. He lost his dick and balls, man. That's tough. And it doesn't matter if he can make himself an elephant trunk out of mechanics. It's gone. I definitely can understand, you know, through Ray Fisher's acting. Aquaman in the movie was alright. I mean, as an actor, I thought it was great. Just some things surrounding him was trash. Like the air bubbles when they talk. I thought that shit was so stupid, bruh. Y'all are in Atlantis and you have air bubbles to talk? Like, I don't know. But at some points, I feel like I heard like the Atlanteans communicating, but it sounded like fish noises? Kind of like dolphin noises? I don't know. Like, are they supposed to sound like that underwater, like speak and sound like underwater animals and shit? And then they make speech bubbles? I don't know. Desaad, unexpectedly, was a pretty great part of the movie. Yo, he's such an asshole, bruh. He's such an asshole. You know, Steppenwolf, he's a piece of shit, but you can understand where he's coming from. I just want to go home, blah, blah, blah. Now, when it came to the Flash, his intro was cringe in how it was handled. I do get the hot dog reference because it's from the first movie, the first comic with Barry Allen. I get it. At first, I thought it was like super cringe as shit, but I watched this movie a couple of times, and then it really clicked that, bro, Barry Allen is broke. Ain't Barry Allen homeless, bruh? Barry Allen's living in a fucking train car or a container or some shit. He has no home. This man's homeless, and with that metabolism, I would have took that hot dog too. This man is suffering. Come on. And then that made me feel bad for him. Like, god damn, he's saving people, and he's really out here stealing hot dogs to make a living, because he ain't getting that fucking job. I'll tell you that shit. And I love how they showed Barry's speed. Moving that fast makes a massive force. So seeing how Snyder portrayed that in the movie was great. The whole team actually felt really good together, which I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but it was really a nice positive. Also, props to Cyborg for wearing Timbs. I know the vibes, bruh. I know this movie could have went one or two ways with how Batman recruited everyone else. I'm glad he tried to recruit them as Bruce Wayne, especially because they're not heroes yet, and to approach them in a more personal way really builds trust, especially when you're trying to ask people who aren't saving the world from a multiversal threat on the norm to put their trust into you and to risk their lives for you, that he would come and he would do it in that way. I thought that type of setup was really smart. You know, it had scenes like when Martian Manhunter first showed up. I thought that was lame. I kind of wish that was just Martha Kent talking to what would have been her daughter-in-law. I mean, whatever. I just didn't think it was necessary. So I'm glad that they established that the Kryptonian ship has a similar origin to the mother boxes. So the ship knew its intentions, and when they connected, they showed Cyborg that, oh, yo, you fucking up, bro. This is what they intend to happen. And I like when he says no, Barry's like go, and he sets the whole shit in motion anyway, which is why Cyborg's suit tried to attack Superman, you know, when they had that fight. But after everything that happened, after the whole ending of the movie, Ray Fisher Cyborg knows that they didn't save shit. He saw what was gonna happen if they did what they did, and nothing deviated from it. That's probably gonna be pretty fucked up to live with for a while. But I felt like the team organically came to give a shit about each other, and it wasn't like some weird forced way. It just kind of felt real. You know what I'm saying? I also hope the Atom gets some shine. Do something with him, because he was dope in this movie. So all in all, I did really like this movie. As something that stands on its own as its own piece of work, it was great. It's enjoyable, it's fun to watch. I think as far as the DC movies go, it was very up there. They didn't try and overcomplicate the plot, yet they didn't make it so bare bitch bones that it was laughable. I definitely feel like they did a great job. They intrigued me. I want to see more, and it did a great job of making me really want to see where these characters go, especially Flash and Cyborg. As a film, it definitely stands on its own 2 feet, and it built itself a solid foundation, so props to that. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.